Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the 5:30 News on Q2, Montana's news leader.
Good evening and thanks for joining us on this Friday night. I'm Jay Kohn. Janelle is off this evening. Well, it's a sight few get to witness and one even fewer want to see, a tornado directly in your path. Take a look. This was the scary scene in eastern Montana last night as a supercell spawns not one, but 5 tornadoes, all caught on camera. Meteorologist Connor Priggetzer joining us here on set tonight with more on that big supercell, Connor, and what turned out to be a very busy night for storm spotters, huh?
Indeed it was. We saw early in the day that those convective outlooks looking like a bullseye, and Mother Nature started throwing some darts as we got a little bit later into the afternoon. Here's a look at the satellite and radar. This was from about 7:45 yesterday evening. We can see just a massive storms along the eastern half of the state, getting close to the border. We've got reports of large hail, and then of course down in Carter County there is where we had that tornado, that supercell that spawned multiple tornadoes. We actually have some really great video of this as well, courtesy of storm chasers who are not too scared to be in there, or maybe just a little bit crazy. But either way, they get us this incredible footage. We get a look at the life cycle of these tornadoes, going from small and compact to a little bit more strung out and ropey as they get into that dissipating stage. That was pretty incredible stuff. Just take a look at that. It's just awe-inspiring stuff from Mother Nature. I've got your full forecast on a little more benign day on the weather front coming up in just a little bit.
All right, thank you very much, Connor. Well, some tense moments today at the Rosebud County Sheriff's Office in Forsyth. It was just after noon today. A person brought in an object that they thought might be some sort of an explosive device. And after a quick initial examination, the Billings Police Bomb Squad was notified and sent to the scene. Now, the area around the Sheriff's Office in Forsyth shut down to all pedestrian traffic. All the nearby businesses were evacuated as a precautionary step. The Billings Bomb Squad, we're told, arrived on scene around 4:30 there this afternoon. The Rosebud County Sheriff's Office is providing updates, which you can find on their Facebook page right now. Tickets now available for people interested in seeing President Donald Trump, who will be in Great Falls next Thursday. The president plans to hold a rally at the Four Seasons Arena on the 5th of July, beginning at 4 p.m. Tickets for the public available at Trump's re-election website, donaldtrump.com. Now, you can register for 2 tickets, which must be verified with a mobile phone number. Trump's visit to campaign for Republican candidates in the upcoming November general election, including GOP Senate nominee Matt Rosendale and Montana Congressman Greg Gianforte. This will be the first time Air Force One has touched down here in the Big Sky State in nearly 9 years. President Obama was the last sitting president to visit Montana. He was here in August 2009 holding a rally at the Bozeman Airport. Montana Senator Steve Daines visiting Russia this week, although he's not talking publicly about the trip or any of its details. Daines joining several other GOP lawmakers. It's part of what is described as high-level talks between the United States and Russia. Now, citing security concerns, Daines' office not releasing any details about the trip, but the meeting is a precursor to the upcoming July 16th summit between President Trump and Vladimir Putin, set for Helsinki, Finland. Daines released a statement last week saying he hopes to be able to personally assess the national security threat posed by Russia. Daines' office did tell us the senator plans to be in Great Falls next week for President Trump's visit there. America's trade wars continue to escalate today. Canada now announcing billions of dollars in retaliatory tariffs against the U.S. Weijia Zhang has the latest for us.
President Trump celebrated the 6-month anniversary of his Tax Reform Act, calling it an economic miracle. And he defended the potential trade wars he's provoked with some of America's allies.
We're going to be the smart country again, not the stupid country that was taken advantage of by everybody.
But as he was speaking, Canada was fighting back. Standing before a backdrop of steel workers, the foreign minister called U.S. tariffs on steel and aluminum illegal and unjust.
Canada has no choice but to retaliate with a measured, perfectly reciprocal dollar-for-dollar response.
Canada released a final list of items that will be subject to taxes of up to 25%. It includes not only steel and aluminum, but also consumer items like ketchup and lawnmowers.
We are acting very much in sorrow not in anger.
The president's actions have already spooked sectors of the U.S. manufacturing industry, which will have to pay more for imported materials. This week, Harley-Davidson said it will move production of some of its motorcycles overseas, prompting threats from President Trump.
Build them in the USA. Your customers won't be happy if you don't, I'll tell you that.
Canada's tariffs on U.S. goods go into effect on Sunday, the country's strongest trade action since World War II. Rija Jang, CBS News, the White House.
Back here in Montana, a Fort Peck tribal officer sentenced this week for breaking into an evidence room while on duty. Officer Michael Shields received a 1-year prison sentence and a year of supervised release. He also must pay more than $1,100 in restitution. According to the U.S. Attorney's Office, Shields admitted to stealing drug evidence from the Fort Peck Law and Justice building. That evidence including methamphetamine, prescription drugs, marijuana, and cash. He told investigators that he took the items because he just needed them. A backcountry skier had to be rescued from the Bridger Mountains yesterday after he was injured in a fall. The Gallatin County Sheriff's Office, along with search and rescue crews, responded. A helicopter was brought in to get the man out of that rugged area, brought him to a waiting ambulance at the base of the mountain. No word yet tonight on his condition. Billings Family Services has been serving Magic City families for 112 years. Yesterday, it got to unveil its future home at 3927 First Avenue South. Family Services holding a golden sledgehammer party as they celebrate the purchase of the new building and a way to thank all the donors that made it possible. The organization has been operating out of its current building on First Avenue North for over 30 years. That organization currently serves over 10,000 Billings area families. Its goal in the new building is a lofty one, to grow by over 50% within the next few years.
It's an old building and we have not been able to really create all the programs and to provide the services that are needed in the community. This has been a vision for 7 years that I've been with Family Service to say we need to stretch and help our community more, and this will give us that opportunity.
Executive Director Stacy Brown telling us Family Services is still hoping to reach its fundraising goal. They have a little over $1 million to go. You can contact Billings Family Services if you'd like to help in any way. Still ahead on tonight's 5:30 News, after a devastating fire season last summer, the community of Seeley Lake now hoping a fresh start this summer will bring back the tourists. More on that coming up. And in sports, rodeo's most lucrative week of the regular season is here. Scott tonight shows us who to watch at Cowboy Christmas.
You're watching MTN News with Jay Kohn and Janelle Slade. Storm Tracker weather with Bob McGuire. And sports with Scott Green. This is the 5:30 News on Q2, Montana's news leader.